Okay, what it do? What it do, my love? This your girl, 5-star kid. Uh, okay, so I just did want to finish talking about what I was talking about a few minutes ago. But before I got back on here, I just was hearing that song. You're all I need to get by. Nah, you're all I need to get by. Okay, so all right, so when it does come down to like emotional vampires and energy vampires and things, like I said, it's a weird thing going on with these grown men, kids, energy vampires. Like, y'all, you just got to understand that when it come down to the energy vampires, of course they're not gonna. You know how I kept always saying like. I kept saying like, "Oh, these men, nobody's being real with me. These people are not. These people are lying to me. Nobody's telling me nothing. You get what I'm saying? But everybody want to try to hold my money back, hold this back from me, and take this from me or take that from me. You know? So I'm like, I was literally confused. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is nobody being real? Like, if a man wants to be a lover of mine or a friend of mine or whatever the case is, why ain't nobody just saying it? You get what I'm saying? Like, why is these people forcing me to do things or trying to force me to be in certain situations around certain people and do certain things that I don't want to fucking do? You get what I'm saying? So it's just, when it come down to it, it's just like I had to realize, okay, like I must be a part of some vampire shit. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like nobody's telling me real. Nobody is, nobody is being like emotional to me. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not sitting up here saying, "Oh, nigga, get on your motherfucking knees and cry like a baby." I'm not saying nothing like that. Like, get on your motherfucking knees, nigga, and cry like a motherfucking baby. You get what I'm saying? And tell me what the fuck you want after I wipe the shit off of your ass. You get what I'm saying? But like I said though, it's just a lot dealing with emotional vampires. Okay, so an emotional vampire too, I'm seeing here where it says emotional vampires see your weakness as an opportunity. What it do, my love? So the best way to contain them is what you use on children. You got to set limits with emotional vampires. You got to arrange what is that word? Contingencies. Contingencies. You got to arrange contingencies. I don't even know what that is. I got to look up that word. And you got to be consistent with emotional vampires. Keep lectures to a minimum, rewarding good behavior and ignoring bad behavior, occasionally putting them in time out. So when you dealing with emotional vampires, like you got to set, you know what I'm saying? You got to set rules like they're your children. Oh my God. That just fucking reminded me when I said, that just reminded me of when I said on my other page, I was like, I don't know where all these kids came from. Remember when I said that? I was like, I don't know where all these kids came from. But I'm just sitting up here trying to tell these kids where to go and what to do. But I'm like, where did all these kids come from? And it's giving that. It's giving like there were emotional vampires. It's kind of like, you know how when somebody wants, like, you know how when it comes down to your child, right? It's like when it comes down to your child will cry or whine about certain things. And I'm not saying that your kids are emotional vampires, but they can trick the fuck out your ass. You get what I'm saying? Them kids can trick the fuck out you. Talk about some oh, I want this or I want that. And then as a parent, you'd be like, okay, shit, I'll just have to go get it for you because the thing is, if I don't, then you're going to, emotionally vamp me. And I don't want that. You get what I'm saying? So I'll just go get whatever the fuck it is that you want. Oh my God. So it says dealing with emotional vampires. Emotional vampire lacks integrity. They are like hollow inside. Oh my God, bitch. Remember I just said happy hollow queen? That is fucking funny. When they give you something or help or offer help, they usually have an agenda, which is true. Which in the fuck is true. They are most dangerous when you need something and your guard is down. And that just reminded me of even when it comes down to my business and shit. These people trying to emotionally manipulate me into seeing how I do this and how I do that. Because even when it come down to my notebook, it was a yellow notebook when I stayed in the projects. I could remember clear as fucking day that that notebook is not in this house right now because it's missing. Somebody had took it. And the reason why is because like I said, people they take, you know what I'm saying? They take things and then they be want to be emotional about it. Then they want to take your ideas, take your credibility from you, or try to ruin your reputation and things like that. Then they be sit up here trying to say, oh, that person did something to me. But in reality, bitch, you just stalked the fuck out that motherfucking person, bitch. You done snuck in this motherfucking house. Like, I'm telling you, when I tell you, these emotional vampires and those historians, because those are the ones I've been mainly recognizing lately, my love. I'm not gonna lie. Period. So you've been recognizing them too. Good. So those histrionics, I said historians, bitch. That was like an old dinosaur. That's like an old dinosaur bone in a fucking museum. Like, oh, this is a historic bone. But but the histrionic vampires, I've been noticing those a lot lately. They thrive. Their key word is drama. In all sense, what you see is not what you get. I'm telling you, when I say I've been running across a lot of people, it's like you see them, but it's not what, you know what I'm saying? Like you see that motherfucker, be like, hold the fuck out now. Craig, Felicia, Dede, bitch, which one are you? Felix, Fiona, Shrek, bitch, which one are you? Because me personally, me no know. You get what I'm saying? Like me no know. Flex, Felix, Fiona. And then I noticed too, they make a fuss about everything. The histrionic vampires. What else? What else do we have here? Paranoid vampires. Okay, so I didn't read on that one. So, um, okay, so the paranoid vampires, they see patterns in things that others can't. They sense, but since they see a bit too much, sometimes they see it as true and they come up with a new theory or foil a dangerous plan. But or foil a dangerous plan. So that means like they cover it up. Because you know when you put foil, like just say if you put some foil on some meat in the oven, it won't burn up. If you put foil on some meat on the grill outside, it won't burn up. So it's kind of like those paranoid vampires. They try to foil a dangerous plan. So obviously, so they won't get burned up or something. But other times it isn't easy. They just drive themselves and the people crazy. Their goal is to reduce ambiguity. What the fuck is that word? Ambiguity? Ambiguity. Ambiguity. I think that's the word, ambiguity. Ambiguity. Okay, I think that's the word, ambiguity, but I don't know what that means though. Um, okay, so it says their goal is to reduce ambiguity in life. Okay, I need to figure out what that is. Um, Search for truth and explanations where there might be no simple truth. Oh my God. Paranoid vampire. See, I'm telling you, that's why I love the Bible and the truth that be up in it. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why is because of this right here, like the paranoid vampire. It says they search for truth and explanation where there might be no simple truth. Like sometimes, like I bullshit you not. Sometimes that could literally be tarot readers. You get what I'm saying? Like searching for truth and explanations where there might be no simple truth at all. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, when you are dealing with a paranoid vampire, they'll literally feel like their tarot cards is 100% truthful. But it never really is. I mean, it could be kind of accurate, but it ain't really just all the way there, because the reason why is because people, like I said, they put too much energy in their cards. And then like tarot literally has a whole book, a whole series of movies, documentaries, and all type of shit. Now I can understand if it was somebody like that just was hell bent on reading their tarot book and just reading it thoroughly and studying it word for word, back to back, and that was a main source of study material. Then I could say that person's judgment would be 100% correct. Or if it's not 100% correct, it's 95% accurate of the time. Or if it's not 95% accurate, 85%. You get what I'm saying? And the only reason why I say that is because somebody that really does that for a living, they study that and they put it, I don't know. They don't look at it as, oh, I'm trying to hurt your soul. I want to help your soul. You get what I'm saying? So you got some people that are out to help souls. So that's why they go on the soul's journey instead of, because sometimes, my love, let's talk about it. Sometimes when people going on a soul's journey, my love, sometimes people just going on a fool's journey. Some people aren't even going on a soul's journey for real. You get what I'm saying? Now, when you going on your soul's journey, I feel like your soul's journey, you're helping yourself love. You're learning to love yourself. You're learning to love the things, the people, and the places around you. You get what I'm saying? Like this old crusty pot, right? This old ass motherfucking pot. You get what I'm saying? It's just like this pot is crusty, this pot is old, but it works. You get what I'm saying? But it works. Smells damn good. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm not gonna throw my motherfucking pot away. You get what I'm saying? Like that's just, not what I'm not gonna throw my motherfucking pot away. But literally you got people that be like, oh, well, you got an old ass pot on the motherfucking stove. Throw that shit away and go buy another one. But anybody, like, hold on, this is all reliable. No. This is reliable, bitch. No. You know what I'm saying? Like this still works. All I gotta do is put some fire on this motherfucker. It's gonna work. But anyway, but yeah, like I said, paranoid vampires, they just kind of want you to be paranoid about every little thing. They want you to be paranoid about your love life. They want you to be paranoid about being a conversationalist or, doing whatever you feel that is good for your soul. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, you got some people, my love, and make sure you remember this, write this down and take a picture of it. Okay? Make sure you do. Because the thing is, my love, you can be on a journey. You could be on any type of journey. But just know that whatever journey you're on, just know the fool's journey is always close by. You get what I'm saying? Like always. So just know, like, how can I say? So just say, bam, you are... Okay, so just say you on a mission to get a job, right? And that's just me realistically speaking. But just say if you on a mission to get a job and you got these people in your life, you know what I'm saying? They say they're being there for you and all this and that type of shit, but nobody's taking you to get no job. But motherfucker want to come lay up though. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker want to come lay up and have sex, or they want to offer sex, or they want to offer drugs, or they want to offer, mediocre things, going out to clubs and shit that's not going to pay no bills. You get what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I'll pay your way in the club. Okay, but why you can't pay my way to this job interview? You get what I'm saying? Like, why you can't pay my way to this motherfucking job interview? Oh, I got some good dick for you. Okay, well, why you can't? Why your good dick can't drive me to this motherfucking good ass job so I can get this good ass job, and then me and you both could be laying up next to each other with good everything. You get what I'm saying? But it's just like these men, they don't think like that. They think of, like I said, they search for truth, an explanation where there might be no simple truth. You get what I'm saying? Because even when it come down to like a paranoid vampire, so a paranoid vampire, I could see, okay, like a long time ago. Well, this is when I was staying in the projects. Oh my God, it just made me think of it. So I was staying in the projects, and my dad, it's kind of like I saw my dad or whatever, right? But he was like this horse. It's like my dad was this horse or whatever, but it's like it was kind of like he was like a stallion. You get what I'm saying? Like I saw his face at the top. You know what I'm saying? I saw his torso and his face. You get what I'm saying? And then his body was a horse. It was like half man, half horse or some shit. And then, so when I remember, it was like he was in his woods. It was in these woods, and he was just looking around for something, but he was panicking. You know what I'm saying? He was panicking, looking for something in the woods. But it was definitely a light-skinned man. But this is when I stayed in the projects. Like I said, he was looking for something. He was in the woods. I was I was in my room because my daughter's bed had broke in that one room. So I wound up throwing her bed away. I wound up throwing my daughter's bed away, and then she wound up sleeping in my bed. And then her room, I made her room into my quote unquote office. So I just had like my laptop, my Bibles, books, and everything out in her room. So I just pretty much made that room into like a little office. She had my room, and then I was just sleeping on the couch. So then I noticed around that time, because I was losing weight around that time, but I was exercising though. See, it wasn't like I just woke up small. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, it just reminded me that of this paranoid vampire thing. I don't know why that reminded me of that. Somebody left somebody in the woods or something, or oh, remember I was saying too a while ago, it was a man, he was doing something to a woman. I don't know if he was doing something to somebody in the woods or he did something, and then this man saw it, and a man had I don't know if he saved the situation or he helped somebody in the situation. But anywho, let me stop thinking about that because that is like I don't know what the fuck motherfucker got going on. I mean, the reason why I said that because it's given like it was the way I saw it. It's kind of like on some paranoid shit. It's kind of like my dad was looking for me. You get what I'm saying? Oh, that's what happened. Okay, so it's kind of like my dad was looking for me, and what can I? How can I say it? It was weird. It's kind of like my dad was looking for me type shit. And then it's so weird because I said, what did I say? Oh, I said the song that when I got up on here, The song that I was singing was "You're all I need to survive," and my dad used to sing all the time. So when I definitely hear that, I be thinking about, when I hear stuff like that, that makes me think about my dad and shit. But but yeah, like I said though, but yeah, like I said, paranoid vampires, they search for truth and explanation where there might be no truth at. But even when it come down to, like I said, certain tarot readers, people literally go to tarot for confirmation. And it's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird that people do that, because if somebody really want to learn how to love themselves, they can literally just listen to the Notebook podcast. You get what I'm saying? Which been up for a while, but like I said, these people been trying to just keep me stranded and trapped. You get what I'm saying? But like I said though, yeah, when it come down to self-love, all you gotta do is, like, there's really no session for that. Like, to me, people just, when it come down to the histrionic vampires, because like I said, the histrionic vampires, they don't see no mistakes in their behaviors. Many histrionic vampires, they come off as self-help gurus, public speakers, and historians. Histrionics, I'm sorry. Yep, they make a big fuss about everything. And the detail is unimportant. Like, to the histrionic vampire, the detail is unimportant. And the reason why the detail is unimportant is because if they can have everybody else blinded about what they're really saying, what they're really doing, and what their true intentions are, if they can have everybody else blinded about what the fuck is going on, then, you get what I'm saying? Then of course they'll never tell you the truth. They'll never tell you the truth. They'll keep you, the histrionic vampires will literally keep you in a paranoid type of energy. And the reason why the histrionic and paranoid vampires go one and one is because histrionic vampire, they don't see no wrong in what the fuck they do. And then the paranoid vampire, they seek truth, but the way they seek truth, there's no truth in the way they seek it, or the explanation, where they're finding the explanation for whatever truth they are seeking. It's like, it's not true when it comes down to the certain vampires and shit. Oh wow. And that says how emotional vampires trick you. Okay. This is the tea right here, bitch. So, how emotional vampires trick you, they misdirect you. They want you to focus your attention on them and not what they're doing. Like, you know how when it come down to people's platforms and shit like that, just say if somebody was focusing on my platform, maybe they was getting good ideas or good thoughts or good conversation tips or whatever. But me personally, I could care less about somebody getting ideas from me and shit like that. But you can get ideas from me all day long, but bitch gonna have to pay me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can give a fuck about whatever the fuck they got going on, but bitches ain't finna keep energy harvesting off me and then trying to misdirect my life, and you know what I'm saying? And then cause me to see, or wanting me to look at myself as if, you know, yeah, no. Yeah, that nigga can kiss my motherfucking ass at this motherfucking point. Cause bitch, I'll be damned if I fuck a nigga just for a nigga to take me to a motherfucking interview. Shit, y'all niggas is not that motherfucking important, or y'all niggas is not that fucking special to me. Y'all niggas don't do shit for me at all. This nigga want me to fuck him just for him to take me to go to an interview. Like, nigga, you out your goddamn mind? I'm gonna have to block, delete, and burn that motherfucking number. But anyway, okay, so we got misdirection, identification. They identify the most likely victims who are most likely to give them what they want. Okay, so that's how emotional vampires trick you, is identification. So they'll trick you into thinking that, oh well, I'll emotionally manipulate you into thinking this and this and that, and But anywho, So then you got isolation here. They isolate victims from others. Control. They use their own desires to control you. So just think, if somebody, like, I saw something where this man, he had a sexual fetish for a kid or something. I don't know if he wants to rape a kid or something, but it's kind of like he was doing that to a bunch of people. And then he was trying to keep these certain people in a certain place. You get what I'm saying? He was trying to keep these certain people in a certain place just so he can have easy access to those certain people. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, because it's like he tricked those people over there, he tricked those people over there, he tricked those people over there. So now he got somebody else to go somewhere else or be somewhere else so he could trick their ass too. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like the man do that for control, because it's like as soon as he can trick somebody or manipulate somebody, he's cool with it, because it's like, okay, well, I got this person under my control and woo, 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 woo. You get what I'm saying? That's why when it comes down to a man trying to control me, I cancel those type of men out. Now I'll be submissive. You know what I'm saying? I'll be submissive, of course, because I like, you know what I'm saying? I like being submissive, because shit, if I'm submissive and, from what I'm pleasing myself as far as I'm doing what I like to do, then not only that, my love is happy as well. And it's not no, jump up and down 3 times and yell donkey hole twice and then say it backwards. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of submission and control shit that I'm not with or into. You get what I'm saying? Now, when it comes down to just doing certain things, in a nice way or whatever, then I'll do it. But as far as all that other shit, like, fuck no. These niggas can kiss the bottom piece of my motherfucking ass. But anyway, okay, so then emotional vampires, they put you in a situation where you have to make false choices, okay? And it's so wild that I say that because remember I made a little skit movie thing. I was kind of saying that skit play or whatever. I was kind of saying, don't buy that shit. That shit is fake. You get what I'm saying? Because it was something fake about, like, whatever was going on around that time when I was over there in the projects and when I had my black car. It was just a lot of fake shit going on. You get what I'm saying? It was a lot of fake ass copycat people, people coming in town to try to destroy somebody. Like, it was just a lot of fake ass shit going on. But anyway, so emotional vampire will trick you and put you in a situation to where you have to make false choices, okay? So the false choices is like putting you in a bind where one choice seems impossible and leverage of fear of negativity. Oh, and leverage the fear of negativity consequences. So it's like being bigger than the consequence. And this is how you recognize the dangerous signs of hypnosis. Because sometimes that's like them hypnotizing you, those energy vampires, is because they trying to get you in a situation where you fuck a nigga that's dirty, or they trying to get you in a situation to where you marry a nigga that's already married, or they trying to get you in a situation to where, oh, this nigga, he literally just had a baby last week with such and such, but now he's over here getting somebody else pregnant. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like those type of situations. And that's another thing too. That's why you got to be mindful of narcissists. Because if a narcissist come into your life knowing that they trying to fuck on your child, or they trying to manipulate a situation because they want to seem like, oh, somebody lost their child, but then, it's kind of like he want to get somebody pregnant and somebody gonna lose a child or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just because, especially if it was a minor, you know what I'm saying? If it was a minor in the situation, so the man, he don't want to make it seem like, he don't want people to look at him as a pedophile. Because once a man get looked at as a pedophile or a rapist or somebody that likes the young ass kids, then it's just like there's like no coming back from that. And then it's kind of like how could and then on top of that, how could a grown ass man seem like he just boss as fuck when he doing that type of weird ass shit to a motherfucker? Like, nigga, that is not boss. That's just weird. And then that's kind of trifling. That's like these grown ass men. They don't give a fuck about traumatizing women and shit. You get what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about traumatizing no motherfucking woman. They're just like, oh, well, shit, let's fuck this motherfucker and then put some magic on and make this motherfucker forget. But then what if the motherfucker start remembering? Then she'll always remember that this nigga is a fucking rapist or he's a fucked up ass type of person. But anyway, so sometimes emotional vampires, they'll trick you and put you in situations because I've even noticed how certain men get in situations where they have gotten tricked and they have been fucking with different motherfuckers or young motherfuckers because all the other people around them doing it. So then they just feel like, oh, that's a comfortable choice because everybody else is doing that. So therefore, nobody's gonna tell on the man because he did that and all this and that type of shit. But not knowing that he gonna get told on because it's like certain kids. I'm telling you, certain kids, when they remember shit, kids don't be liking that. You know what I'm saying? Like when a motherfucker wake up to reality, they be like, you did such and such to me, sir. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, so fake choices is, and then like I said too, like how some of these people, they'll take all the jobs, like they'll make it hard. They'll stalk me everywhere I go and then make sure that I can't get no job or something like that. Or they'll make it hard for me to get a job. So then they'll put me in a quote unquote false situation as far as, oh, this man got money for right now. Just say he only got money for a week today. You get what I'm saying? So then this man, they wanna give you this false ass choice because you know how people try to set up narratives and shit like that. So it's like this man, he only got maybe $1,000, but he needs somewhere to stay. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, he's like, okay, well, I can pay this bill for you, I can pay that bill for you, da da da, I can do all this for you, da da da. Just and then let me come live with you and all this and that. But it's just like we don't know each other. You get what I'm saying? Like to me, rushing in a relationship like that is not a good look. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why it's not a good look is because it's like that's emotional vampire. Like, oh, I need somewhere to stay, woo, woo, woo. But it's just like me personally, I just think that's any man living with trying to live with a woman and it's a woman and her kid. I feel like that just to me that's not a good. How can I say it? To me, that's not a good move for a woman to make. Is if you're a single mother and these men want to be in a relationship, but it's like they're coming to emotionally vamp you and put you in a situation where you have to make a false choice as far as, oh, he want to come live with me. He said he'll pay all these bills, woo, woo, woo. But then he's trying to manipulate my eyes. He's trying to be up under me so he can get away with something. You get what I'm saying? And then that's like putting me in a situation where it's like, okay, so now I got to make these. Now, I'm thinking about getting a job or whatever, and now it's just like, okay, now I got to be in a situation to where it's a choice that I have to make for what reason. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't have to rush and make no choice, especially when ain't no man providing for me, no man is protecting me, no man is guiding me correctly. You get what I'm saying? Because the thing is, I will never follow a man that just by my own judgment. You get what I'm saying? Just by my own judgment, my love, I would never follow a man that I feel like that would lead me to a dead end. You get what I'm saying? I would never follow a man that desires control over women. You get what I'm saying? I will never follow a man that has lack of concern for misdirection and guidance and identification purposes for women, men, and children. You get what I'm saying? Like I will never follow nobody like that. And the reason why is because, when it comes down to concern, I'm a very concerned type of individual, especially when it comes down to the minds of kids, youth, people, and all. I'm very concerned about the minds of people. You get what I'm saying? Now, when it comes down to like the false choices, the isolation, control, and misdirection, now those are the things that I can definitely talk about that I can bring awareness to certain situations. You get what I'm saying? Now, I would love to talk about those type of situations, but when it comes down to people tricking you, I will. Ooh, excuse me. I will also want people to recognize, the misdirection in the communication, the identification issues when it comes down to the communication, the conversations, and the connections, and when it comes down to isolation. You get what I'm saying? The control, isolation. Like, why do you think this man wants you to move way over yonder and don't nobody know you up over there? Why do you think they want to do these things to you? And why do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just like when it come down to it, that's why I like to talk about control, isolation, and why people do what the fuck they do. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, even when it comes down to spirits, souls, and all that shit, like man, Like people just be throwing their spirit on you and they don't let you know. They soul swap and energy harvest and they don't let you know. You get what I'm saying? They don't let you know what the fuck they doing. So with that being said, if a motherfucker don't let me know what the fuck they doing, no goddamn well I'm gonna be standoffish like a motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Because I cannot stand for a weird ass family or a weird ass nigga or a weird ass group or a weird ass bitch to even think they controlling me in any type of way. You get what I'm saying? Like for in any type of way for the motherfuckers to even think that they're fucking doing that, it's like a laugh. Like this is a funny. You get what I'm saying? But because I'm very much aware. That's why I like to record things that I do and say. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm very much aware of what the fuck be going on. I just be literally acting like I don't know. And then another thing when it comes down to emotional vampires, it says if you find yourself doing unusual things for someone, watch out. You get what I'm saying? Like you know how like motherfucker be stalking, watching and things like that, but they're just not saying anything. They're just under somebody's control or influence. And it's like, if you find yourself doing unusual things for someone else, then you need to watch out. You get what I'm saying? And then it says thinking of superlatives. Okay, so thinking of someone as best or the most is a warning sign, okay? That's why I don't kind of think of nobody being the best or you get what I'm saying? Like I don't think about nobody being the best. I kind of feel like when it comes down to people being the best, I feel like everybody has qualities to be the best. Because even when you think about the laws of ooh, ooh, when you think about the spiritual laws, everybody has the law of potential in them. Everybody was born with potential. So with that being said, never put nobody else's judgment above your own. Never just give people the satisfaction of never give the people the satisfaction is all I could say. Because like I said, even when it come down to friends and shit, like I don't want to be friends with nobody. I just want to work a job and get my own motherfucking money. That's it. I don't want to be friends with nobody. I don't want to be in nobody's face every day, all that fake ass shit. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be fake with nobody or around nobody. Now, even when it come down to like emotional vampires and shit like that, like I said, this just tells you how to deal with the emotional vampires. And it's like that's kind of why some people, my love, when they get around certain people, they just don't speak at all. They don't speak, don't say shit because they know like, oh, that motherfucker's just trying to create off me or trying to use me for some type of energy purposes. But anyway, have a good one, my love.